me, but you shake a monster. You cuss a nigga mama.
You don't use that mouth around the kids.
Who, Shake?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, he cussed Chucky out. His grandson. Shake old school.
No. Yeah.
I'm scared of that little nigga. Where he been at, Shake?
He was on the phone the other day. You couldn't hear him. He was talking.
This nigga
I told him to say PG. He was on the phone, but you didn't hear him.
Chucky, his grandson, I call him Chucky. Cause that nigga be up at 2, 3 in the morning going hard on Shake.
Yeah. Tell him I call him guilty.
And she, I want you to say it so she can hear you, Shake.
Yeah, Nietzsche, I call them thing one and thing two. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, Dr. Seuss.
Don't play about my kids.
You know what I'm saying?
I have to write.
And thing two.
I have to drive up on you and talk about my kids. My kids are angels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They angels. Yeah.
Shake, I'm about to just take this out on your rear end. You feel me?
If you gonna push the button, or you gonna talk?
Hold on, nigga. I'm getting my camera straight.
Oh.
Like, you really want to smoke with PT?
Yeah, that's exactly.
For God. Sweet.
Coming in from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Shaky playing prime.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right to the air is Mahomes. Now he pulled in downfield by Collins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now Patrick going to change the play. First down, here's Mitchell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
You talk about this Lions defense. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Mahomes now to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. Hey, 43. Hey, Riplet. Hey, yellow, yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Mitchell. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, Riplet. 15. I don't need to. 15, yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Oh!
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dante Thornton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Mark, I'm going to hit you right back, okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
Looking to put a drive together. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenneth Walker hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Attack, attack! Attack, attack! Yellow, yellow! Yellow! Hey, ripple in! Where's that?
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's complete to Mitchell. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. 43! 43! Attack, attack! Yellow! 15, 15! Attack!
And again, it's Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
There we go, little lady!
Now Mahomes going to shift him around. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here, 15! That's a long way! Attack, attack! Hey, 57, 57. Hey, 43. Hey, 15, 15, 15. Where's that?
Now here's Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Covered was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. To the air, Penix. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll throw with Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there.
That was just a freaking shake.
Second down.
Up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Just a freaking blitzes.
Looking to throw, Penix. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30.
And the Lions first down.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Ken Walker with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Easy. Girl, 15. Hey, dribble it. Come back. 50, yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Breaking.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
15. Yellow. 15. 15. Hey, Ripley.
Mahomes going to throw.
Thank you.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Second down and 4.
At the 29-yard line.
Ready? Count. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
And looking to throw, Penix. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Pass to 60. Pass to 60. 19 tight. 19 tight.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 2nd and 5.
19 tight. Pass to 60. Pass to 60.
Now Penix. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Penix. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Mitchell, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game,
Break
you
you.
have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now Mahomes. Got his man. It's Thornton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete yet again to Thornton. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
5-yard gain on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, Riblet.
Back to throw again.
Thank you. Knock him out.
Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Hey, 57. Hey, 43. Come back. Hey, 57, color.
Mahomes to throw once more. Complete. This is Mitchell. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Yellow. Hey, Sunday. Hey, 57.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Third down and 7.
They'll drop to throw. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
19, Tiger, 19.
Back to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the shotgun, it's Penix. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 23.
That's good for a Lions first down. First and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Ibuka. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 14-yard line.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 133 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
19, Tiger.
To the air, Penix. That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, a 1-yard touchdown reception. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Nice.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
On the toss, it's Mitchell.
Not that bad guy.
But he will have the first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On the coverage.
Attack! Hey, 57, 57. 15. Hey, 50, yellow.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This nigga can't see me, dog. This nigga can't see me.
And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to
Taking it right down Broadway. He may go. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenneth Walker with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that touchdown is going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
First down, Vikings.
Now here's Mahomes.
Get him.
Pass caught. It's Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hey, I got him. Check it. Yellow. Check God. attack!
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down there. A sack back at the 32. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Attack, attack! 15, 15! Yellow! Hey, 43! Hey, 15, 15, 15!
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. He's got it to Collins, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's another Vikings.
Hey, Riblin, Riblin! Hey, 57!
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw.
Oh.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Sunday, yellow, 15, yellow, 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 yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Really nice gain on the completion, however, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
15 yards.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll try to run with Mitchell. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
A loss of a yard.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes got to have this one.
No way.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that we enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
A 2-yard gain.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And Walker once more. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now he's into the clear again. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Hey, 43. Hey, yellow. Hey, go. Yellow.
Now Mahomes. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive line and creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and very short, Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
43.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Vikings 17.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Straight ahead, Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Now a second and 10.
Second and 10.
They'll throw with Penix. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Up the middle, here's Walker to the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal.
A gain of 9 brings up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Walker will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Mahomes now to throw. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
44-yard line.
Hey, 40, 50, yellow. 15.
From the 44, Mahomes got his man, Okonkwo. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Attack! Hey, 57 colors. Hey, 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Abdul Carter able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Second down.
Attack! Hey, ripple it. 15, yellow.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions take over.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now Penix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one was over a long time ago.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
6-yard line.
Looking to throw, Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Penix working out of the gun here. And Walker has it. And he's taken down inside the 30.